Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Crypto Coffee. I hope you're all having an amazing day, and there's no better way to start your day with coffee. As you see from the title, guys, I'm going to talk to you about Huobi Exchange. What is going on, guys, and what could be good steps to take next. Now, before I get into that, I want to give you some crypto updates of what is going on in the world right now. I have for you some fresh news, so let's dive right into it. Shopify merchants can now design, mint, and sell Avalanche NFTs. This is big, guys. This is interesting specifically for those who have a shop in Shopify, and of course for those who are interested in NFTs. So Shopify has expanded its NFT integration on Thursday, allowing its millions of merchants to begin designing, minting, and selling Avalanche NFTs. Now, using the Venlo Shopify merchant app, storefronts can now sell NFTs with minimal technical knowledge. And listen to this, NFTs created by merchants are automatically turned into products that can be displayed and purchased on their storefronts. In addition, buyers are not required to have an existing crypto wallet, and instead, you will actually receive an email with a link to your newly created blockchain wallet. So they're trying to make it automated for even new users. Now, I kind of like this. The integration makes it easy to navigate Avalanche NFT sales from initial design all the way through final distribution. So merchants now have the ability to sell NFTs directly from their stores instead of through third-party marketplaces. In addition, the platform released an NFT collection with the NBA Chicago Bulls. So if you're a fan of NBA Chicago Bulls, guys, check that out. Now, I want to move on to something else. French central bank head wants crypto licensing ahead of MiCA standards. Now, basically, as you all know, it seems to be that more and more tightening the space, and I believe that more and more countries or governments, they want to get into the regulation for the cryptocurrency. So Bank of France, Governor Francois Villeroy de Galou, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. So he's basically passing for stricter regulatory requirements for crypto companies in France. Now, why is he doing that, guys? You already know that a lot of exchanges have collapsed, and I'm going to talk about that. How many exchanges have collapsed in 2022 and what could be happening? Now, this would be ahead of the European Union's landmark markets in crypto assets regulation, which would establish a block-wide licensing regime for crypto firms and is scheduled to be voted on in February 2024. Now, obtaining a license in France for digital asset service providers is currently optional, and no providers currently have one. Now, listen to that. Not even a provider has a license. So there are 60 firms and nobody has a license because it is optional. And I believe that France is now trying to tighten the restrictions, and well, what can you do? Now, Genesis, guys. Crypto lender Genesis reduces staff as it ponders on bankruptcy filing. Now, Crypto Genesis, guys, it is a crypto lender company, and seems to be that it's not doing well at all. So it's already reducing its staff. A lot of ups and downs have been going on in the crypto industry, guys, if you're not aware of, and they have pushed, if not most, companies to the edge of insolvency. Following its request for emergency bailout funding, popular crypto lender Genesis has slashed its staff members and is now considering a Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. That is exactly what happened also with Celsius. This is not the first time Genesis has made it to the headline for possible bankruptcy. Last November, the company voiced its need for an emergency fundraising of $1 billion to bail out its creditors. Oh my God. Is Genesis really going down? Well, of course, nobody can know that for 100%, but we know what they say, where there is smoke, there could be fire. Now, they have laid off 30% of its staff. Guys, that's ridiculous. So now, as we can see here, Genesis has only 145 employees combined across all departments, and they're seeking $1 billion. This is not looking good. The expectation on Genesis possible bankruptcy. Genesis has been actively making it to the headline recently for a number of reasons. Just this week, the embattled crypto lender received some backlash from Gemini as the company reportedly borrowed Genesis some funds and now wants it back. Good luck with that. Though Genesis bankruptcy might not be surprising to most, even if it gets announced eventually, Bitcoin OG Samson Mow sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, explained that both Genesis and its parent company DCG have enough assets to buy debts. They're just not available in cash. Oh, okay, so where is it? In the worst case scenario, a bankruptcy of Genesis and DCG seems unlikely for him. I want to move on and I want to give you some news about what is going on with Mt-Gox. Now, as you already know, guys, Mt-Gox is one of the first exchanges to go bankrupt. They are a cryptocurrency exchange that has been hacked a long time ago. So now Mt-Gox repayment registration deadline moved to March 2023. The deadline for the base repayment, early jump sum repayment, and intermediate repayment was also moved from July 31st to September 30th. Mt-Gox creditors will have more time to decide on which repayment method they want to be paid in and register the pay information at the defunct crypto exchange. Now, if you don't know, guys, Mt-Gox was hacked, and that was a long time ago. I think it was in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. Nevertheless, a lot of people have lost their money. So now, in an announcement dated January 6th, Mt-Gox trustee Nobuaki Kobayashi stated that the previously announced deadline for repayment section, which was on January 10th, has now been moved to March 10, citing the progress by rehabilitations creditors in the selection and registration as a reason for the change in deadline. Back on August 29th, rumors of a massive Bitcoin dump from Mt-Gox circulated on social media. However, creditors of the defunct trading platform dismissed the rumors and said that they are still unable to register where they can receive the funds owed to them by Mt-Gox. So guys, now I wanted to talk to you about how many crypto exchanges have actually filed for bankruptcy. And I'm going to make this quick. In total, there are 5. Number 1, and one of the biggest exchanges in the entire world, FTX. Now, I'm sure that you've all heard recently filed for bankruptcy. This particular exchange, guys, was worth $32 billion. That is nuts. Now, we have BlockFi, we have 3 Arrows Capital, we have Voyager Digital, and of course, Celsius Network, which I was also one of the victims. Now, why I'm telling you this, guys, because it's very important to understand not to have all your coins or the majority of your coins in an exchange. I hope this year, guys, has been a lesson to all of us, including myself, guys, not to put all our coins in an exchange. Now, why I'm saying this? Because there is smoke coming out specifically about Huobi. What is going on with Huobi, guys? Crypto exchange Huobi experiences heavy token outflows. Guys, this should be taken extremely serious. Specifically, if you have coins on Huobi Exchange, I am asking you to be careful because over $60 million worth of tokens have been removed from Huobi Exchange in the past 24 hours. And on top of that, stablecoin reserves have dropped by 10% in just 1 week. And that is not all. Guys, take a look at this. Now here we can see some exchanges. You see Huobi, Kraken, Paxos, Crypto.com, Gate, OSL, Binance US, and BitHub. Now, what do you see here? I want you to look here first. We have the inflow in 24 hours. How much cash came into the exchange? Guys, take a look at this. 36 million, 36.3 million Huobi, 143 million Kraken, 337 Paxos. Okay, now you see all the inflow to the exchange, and here you see all the outflow. What is important to understand here is that look how much money came into the exchange, look how much money went out of the exchange. And this here is the net flow. So how much, this is technically, I don't want to call it P&L, but it tells you what has been going on in the past 24 hours. And we can clearly see Huobi is number 1 at minus $63.8 million. That's nearly $64 million in just 24 hours. This is, for me, not smoke, this is fire. Now, number 2, the competitor of Huobi, Kraken, sitting at the second position at minus $21 million. Now, not as big as Huobi, but still. Then you see minus 14 Paxos, minus 11 Crypto.com, Binance is at -4, so on and so forth. Now, it's important to understand that, guys, this is not a joke. So if you have coins on exchanges, specifically on Huobi or the majority of them, guys, the wise thing to do is get yourself a hardware wallet, a hardware ledger, a cold storage. A cold storage wallet that I personally own is Ledger. I have the Ledger Nano X. If you guys are interested to get one, I think is the safest thing to do. I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below. It will redirect you directly to Ledger and you can purchase it. Now, like I said, I have the Nano X, and the reason I have that one is because this particular one has Bluetooth and also can actually use it without even connecting it cable. So I think it's more practical than the Nano S. All right, now Huobi stablecoin balance currently sits at $681 million, which is down nearly 10% in just 1 week. That's a sharp increase in outflows specifically for stablecoins. Now, Huobi seems to be very vulnerable at the moment, said Ki-Young Ju, who is the CEO of analytics firm CryptoQuant. Now, Ju noted that Huobi's Bitcoin reserves are down 90% in the past year. Wow. While Binance's have more than doubled, Huobi's active user addresses have dropped significantly too, according to CryptoQuant. Huobi users' activeness dropped 44 times lower from the peak in May 2019 and 20 times lower than Binance as of 3rd of January 2023. I also wanted to show you something else and how Huobi is connected to what. And as you guys, if you not guessed it, it is Tron. The reason why it's connected to Tron, because Justin Sun, who is the founder of Tron, is technically an advisor at the Huobi Exchange, but there's also rumors going on that he's also part owner, but not on paper. Now, Tron Price, guys, has sank 8%. USDD pegs amid drama at Justin Sun related Huobi crypto exchange. Community sentiment soured around Huobi, which has Tron founder Sun as an advisor after it said it would lay off hundreds of staff in coming weeks. The price of Tron, guys, the 18th largest token by market capitalization, tumbled Friday amid tensions stemming from crypto exchange Huobi as the broader crypto market held steady. Tron founder Justin Sun sits on Huobi's advisory board. The exchange said Friday it will cut headcount by 20% and require employees to take their salaries in stablecoins. What? They're going to require employees to take their salaries in stablecoins. Now, that's just unfair. I mean, it also closed internal staff communication channels to quell a rebellion, according to reports on Twitter. Tron fell nearly 8% in the past 24 hours, and I'm going to show you here. That's actually quite true. I'm on CoinMarketCap. Here we see the price of Tron, and it's down nearly 8%. Guys, look at this. It was trading at around 5.5 cents, and right now it's trading at 5 cents. And that's just in less 24 hours. Here we can clearly see how Tron was performing, and then a sudden crash. Now, guys, of course, this is not the end of crypto, guys. Let's not forget, we are in a bear market. As you see, guys, you know, when a big exchange falls, it tends to be like a domino. But however, what do I personally believe is that the legit exchanges, the ones that are actually not taking people's coins and lending them, are basically following regulations as much as possible, I think personally they're gonna be fine. However, we can't know for sure what is gonna happen. My personal belief in Binance, and that's the only exchange I have an account with because I'm not affiliated with them. But of course, my majority of coins are in my cold storage ledger. So like I said earlier, guys, if you don't have a ledger device yourself, a cold storage, it only costs, I think, 150 euros if you're in Europe. Now, I want to close off by giving you something nice, guys, something positive I would like to say. Documenting Bitcoin is an account that I follow on Twitter, and I think this is an interesting image that I thought I would share with you. And here you can clearly see that between 6 and 18 years, these are the market cap of those companies. Have a look at this, guys. Here we have Robinhood, we have Coinbase, we have Shopify, but look at this. Between 6 to 18 years, Shopify is worth less than $110 billion. Now, between 238 years, which is ridiculous. You can see all these companies and you can see how much they're worth. Now, MasterCard is worth around $330 billion. Visa is worth around $440 billion. But look at Bitcoin, guys. Look at where Bitcoin is standing. Guys, Bitcoin was born in 2009. Today we have 2023. That's 14 years. in 14 years, Bitcoin managed to be worth that much. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was useful for you. I hope you learned something today. And of course, like this video, subscribe to the channel, or of course, leave a comment down below, and I will see you on the next one.